has halted an order by the Uttar Pradesh government that required food establishment along the Kanwar Yatra route to display the names of their owners. The interim stay also applies to similar directives issued by the governments of Uttarakhand and Madhya Pradesh, and the court has issued notices to all three states requesting their responses. The next hearing is scheduled for July 26. The petition challenging the order was filed by TMC MP Mahua Moitra, represented by senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi. The Supreme Court clarified that shop owners are not required to disclose their names but should instead provide information on the types of the food available. During the hearing, Justices Rishikesh Roy and SVN Bhati questioned the nature of the order, asking whether it was a press statement or a formal directive. Singhvi described the situation as concerning, calling it a pseudo-order being strictly enforced despite claims of it being voluntary. The court emphasized that the importance of safety, standards and secularism in such orders. The court also inquired whether Kanwar Yatra participants expect food to be prepared by owners of a particular category. The stay remains in effect until the court's final decision expected on July 26. The Supreme Court has postponed the hearing of the NEET paper leak case to tomorrow. A bench led by Chief Justice has directed the director of IIT Delhi to determine the correct answer for question 19 of the NEET exam, which had two correct answers. An expert committee is to be formed to decide the correct answer by this evening, with the next hearing scheduled for tomorrow. Earlier, the Supreme Court scrutinized the NTA's decision to award grace marks for the controversial question with two correct answers. A lawyer argued against the grace marks, stating it unfairly benefited 44 students who received full marks. The Chief Justice acknowledged the argument, noting the impact on over 4 lakh students. The court instructed IIT Delhi's director to provide an expert opinion on the correct answer by tomorrow at noon. Justice Amit Sharma of Delhi High Court has recused himself from hearing the bail plea of Umar Khalid, accused in Delhi violence case. The hearing is now rescheduled for July 24 and will be conducted by a different bench. Previously, the Karkaruma court had rejected Khalid's bail plea on May 28. During the hearing, Khalid's lawyer Trideep Pais argued that repeated mentions in the Delhi police charge sheet and false statements do not constitute truth. He also mentioned media trials against Khalid and emphasized that the court must examine every witness and document before deciding on bail. Pais referenced the Bhima Koregaon case involving Vernon Gonsalves and Shoma Sen to support Khalid's bail request in the High Court. On Monday, the ASI presented a survey report on Bhojshala in Dhar to the Indore Bench of the Madhya Pradesh High Court. The bench, comprising Justices Sushrut, Arvind, Dharmadhikari and Duppala Venkata Ramana, reviewed the report. The High Court noted that the matter is already under consideration by Supreme Court, which has placed a stay on the survey report's implementation. The High Court will make its decision once the Supreme Court lifts the stay. The next hearing in the Supreme Court is scheduled for July 30 and all eyes are now on its order. The Supreme Court has granted regular bail to Ashish Mishra, son of former Union Minister Ajay Mishra Teni, in Lakhimpur Kheri violence case. A bench led by Justice Suryakant granted conditional bail, allowing Mishra to reside in Lucknow but prohibiting him from entering Lakhimpur Kheri. The court directed the trial court to expedite the proceedings, instructing that at least 5 witness statements be recorded per hearing date. During the hearing, senior advocate Siddharth Dave, representing Ashish Mishra, argued that since Mishra's father is no longer an MP, there is no risk of influencing the investigation. The court acknowledged that despite his father's status, Mishra remains influential. The previous bail conditions which barred Mishra from entering Delhi and UP have been modified to permit his stay in Lucknow. Mishra was initially granted interim bail by Supreme Court on January 25, 2023.